Hello everyone and welcome back to What If Disney, the place where we speculate all the rides and attractions we want to see come to the Walt Disney World parks. Today we're going to be diving into one of my personal childhood favorites, Finding Nemo. Up next. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to do in this video was to just recap and review what Disney already has in their parks in regards to Finding Nemo. So they already have the musical, the Finding Nemo musical, which if you haven't seen, I highly recommend. It's definitely one of my favorite musicals. They do a great job with this. Yeah, it's very well done by Disney. My favorite would be Beauty and the Beast, of course, but yeah, Finding Nemo is definitely a close second, definitely up there. They also have the Seas with Finding Nemo and Friends, located in Epcot in Walt Disney World. That is a great ride. I think it does this movie justice. You know, I don't want to take away from that ride in any way in this video. I want to preface with saying that I really like that ride. I think it does a good job. Those kinds of rides, those kind of sit-down rides inside, they do the park a service by, you know, they take away from some of the wait times, and they give families a break from the heat and everything. They get them inside. It's like a nice slow-paced ride. The lines are usually shorter. So yeah, definitely those rides serve a purpose, and they are very, you know, fundamental to the park. But I also wanted to explore in this video other options that they could explore, you know, in regards to Finding Nemo in the parks. And so that'll be up next. So the first idea I wanted to go over here with you guys is to essentially just transfer an existing concept from Disneyland over to Disney World. And so that concept is the jumping jellyfish that's found out in Disneyland California Adventure. Personally, I remember going on this ride as a child. I absolutely loved it. I always remember loving to go on this ride. You know, California Screaming was always, you know, top notch and everything, but this is right there with it, especially as a kid. You know, some of those bigger rides could always be frightening, but this jumping jellyfish was always a nice little relaxing ride that always got a thrill on me as a child. So I think it fits the movie perfectly. Obviously, yeah, I think with Finding Nemo, it makes a lot of sense with the jellyfish. You know, there's jellyfish scenes in Finding Nemo, and yeah, like I said, it's definitely a kid ride, but nonetheless enjoyable. And Disney needs those kid rides to keep the younger audience, you know, entertained while they're at the parks, because they can't always go on these bigger rides, these thrill rides that are meant for, you know, the adults and everything. So I think Disney could do a good job with this. Yeah, I think it's definitely a viable option, but there's one more idea I wanted to get into with you guys, and that'll be up next. Alright, so now the second idea, kind of more an original idea, I guess, if you will. I was kind of thinking you could do something with VR with this ride. I know Disney doesn't have many VR options in their parks right now. Universal's really big on it, Universal Studios. They have tons and tons of rides with this kind of VR. And I think Disney could really go in this direction with a lot of their rides. They have Pandora, which obviously was a huge success. You know, we're a few years later, and they're still having 3.5 hour wait times. Obviously, people love this. They love that real experience, VR kind of thing. I think you could really do this with Finding Nemo. Yeah, and I think how you could almost approach it would be you're traveling with Crush through the currents of the Pacific Ocean or something. And you get to see, you know, maybe you can go through the whirlpool too, and so you get a little thrill in there with the whirlpool, and you can come out to the Great Barrier Reef, and you can have a lot of scenery there. And I really think it could work really well, especially with the animation of Finding Nemo. Personally, it's one of my favorite animated movies. I really think they did a great job with this. I love the animation in Finding Nemo. And I can only imagine how beautiful it would be just to see all the animation come to life in a VR kind of roller coaster ride. Well, maybe not a roller coaster, but something along those lines. Maybe something similar to like you're not moving, but you feel like you're moving kind of ride. I think that could really work well with this. I think, you know, you could kind of feel like you're traveling through the currents with Crush and everything, and you could throw humor in there and everything. So there's a lot of potential there. I don't know necessarily how much they want to dive into budget with Finding Nemo in particular, but I know that this could definitely work very well, and it would definitely be a viable option. I think people would really like to see this. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments below if you have any other suggestions. And yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry guys, but I forgot to mention one thing. So I've been thinking about adding some new playlists onto this channel just so I can explore like other categories, maybe like a favorites playlist where like I can do videos on what my favorite rides are or what my favorite movies are. So let me know what you guys think about this and any ideas that you might have. It's kind of still very, it's still in the works. I don't really know what I want to do with it yet. But I know I still want to keep making these videos, these What If Disney videos, because it's a great way for me to share my thoughts and ideas with you guys. So I love making these videos. I honestly don't have much to do during this quarantine, so I'm really enjoying this. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe.